Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to another episode of Ball Chat Live. I am Benton, and I'm my brother Junior. How are you doing, boss?
I don't know how I'm doing, but I'm here and I will survive.
You don't know how you're doing. You're here, and we're happy to have you here, boss.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes, sir.
Come on, family. How are you doing?
I'm good, man.
You know, someone decided to join Ball Chat to the cross. Talk about him. What? Somebody you slept on the wrong side of the bed, Junior.
Let's just say that I have my belt and I'll be doing a lot of beating today. I'm saying beating, I mean beating on top of beating. So we'll just get ready for that, please.
And football lovers, when they say he has his belt, that means that, football fans or football players who didn't live up to his expectation will get a lot of coming to Jesus moment from Junior today. All right, so football lovers, Ball Chat Podcast, a weekly show where we review the week's major news in football. We try to touch the major topics around the world of football, focus on EPL, focus on La Liga, Jamaican football, focus on MLS. We're going to bring some news on MLS today and end the show with our preview and prediction segment. Last week, Junior, we had an emotional show, a tragic show about the passing of the legendary one, Mr. Kobe Bryant,
Yeah.
and others in that, and along with his daughter. But come on, you were away last week. I mean, did you want to say anything? I mean, there are 9 deaths officially. Last week we reported was 5, and then the officials came out with a statement later, a press conference, and give more information. Did you want to say anything on that tragic event?
I just want to say that life is short, and sometimes when you look back at trivial things that you argue about, or you lose some friendship over, you look at moments like this and realize that it's just not important, it's not relevant. So one of the lessons I learned is that life is short, because the night before he was enjoying a basketball game, having a good time with his friends and family, and then the next day he's not here. So it's sad, but I think it's a teachable moment for us to kind of live in the moment and just be good people.
Yeah, be good people. So with that in mind, be good people, Super Bowl Sunday, Ball Chat Podcast, let's run it. Football lovers, we're going to kick the show off with our ballers and bugs. Ballers, we want to celebrate those players that have done well throughout the week. We had the EPL roundup, we had EPL games, we had League Cup semi-final, we have Juventus. Torino lost another game, Junior, 4-0 today. Another seclusion is coming for Walter Mazzari and his outfit. But we want to celebrate players who did exceptionally well or did outstanding, and by giving them a Baller of the Week award. Those players who did not measure up, we want to label them the Bug of the Week. We're not calling them bug as people, but in their performance in the week, we thought they did not measure up. So to kick it off, family, if you're watching us on Island Sports Network YouTube page, or watching us on Ball Chat YouTube page, or watching us on Ball Chat Facebook page, you can send on your ballers and bug. It's a lively show. I will acknowledge the comments and statements from everyone as you join in the discussion. Well, let's kick it off. Come on. Ballers of the Week. Who you have as your Ball of the Week?
So I kind of waited until the Manchester City and the Tottenham game, because I wanted to see if Josie was going to tweak his lineup, with the new arrival, if he was going to, change things up a bit, because he hasn't been winning against Pep. So I was pleasantly surprised that the new guy started, and the new guy played and actually scored. And I was pleasantly surprised that Josie beat Pep. So my baller, I'm going to give it to the Tottenham team for going out there and executing. We had a conversation with Benton when he thought that Josie was going to park the bus, and I was like, nah, Josie not parking the bus today, not against that 10-man City. So I'm going to give it to Tottenham. Josie in particular, because he held this, he did what he was supposed to do. Then I want to shout out Liverpool. Liverpool is marching on. I mean, not care all Liverpool but them tour. They are going to be, the EPL champions. So Liverpool especially Mo Salah for that brace. He scored 2 goals. And then I wanted to give a shout out to Yerry Mina. Yerry Mina is a kind of big name coming from Barcelona to Everton. And for some reason last season he wasn't really doing well. But I think he has found his niche. He's been, doing well now for them. So Watford was leading 2-0. Yerry Mina scored a brace to tie it up. And then Walcott scored in the 90th minute to give Everton the come from behind win over Watford. So Josie with Tottenham, Mo Salah for the brace with Liverpool, and Yerry Mina with the brace versus Watford. Those are my ballers.
And come on, have a bag of ballers, Junior. And let me see if I can recap come on ballers of the week. But big up El Pistolero family. Happy birthday to you, family. Live, love, life, family. We celebrate you on your Earth Strong. I see you, Dalton Stewart. Big up yourself, Football Nation, Liverpool Nation. Crime Minister, big up yourself, Kofi Powell. We had Carrie James, bigging up yourself also. We'll get to your comments. Joining us also on our YouTube. Join us on Facebook, on our YouTube platform.
And we're also live on Island Sports right now. So
and
just confirming.
And okay, all right. So let me see if I can recap Come On's ballers of the week. First, the debut man, the man newly signed,
Steve Bergwijn.
Bergwijn, and Spurs for 2-0 victory over Manchester City. Manchester City wobbling. Second loss. They lost in the League Cup return leg against Man City. 6th loss in an EPL season for Man City this year. More losses already than last year. More losses here than last year for Pep Guardiola's outfit. Jose Mourinho now move his team closer to that Champions League spot. They're sitting in 5th position. Junior's laughing. All right, and come on's ball of the week is Spurs for their outstanding performance winning against 10-man Manchester City. We'll get to that in our EPL roundup. Yerry Mina scored 2 goals, is it? Come on, as Everton came from behind and defeated Watford. Corner dog Watford as they drop back into the relegation zone. And who else? Come on, because I can't remember. Who else was your ball of it?
Mo Salah.
And Mohammed, King of Egypt, Salah, was a sensational display as Liverpool continued to run hot. All right, ball of the week, El Pistolero, Haaland Jr.
That's my ball of the week.
Your ball of the week.
My ball of the week.
El Pistolero baller is Jordan Henderson and Haaland. Haaland was instrumental as Dortmund beat the Bricks 5-0. They beat the Bricks. I don't remember the side name. Union Berlin. Union Berlin defeated them in the first round of the matchup, but Union Berlin got the smoke and the snot beat out of them by Dortmund, and as they won that game 5-0. Jordan Henderson, El Pistolero ball of the week also. Jordan Henderson. Old Jordan Henderson was looking like a baller in that midfield against Southampton.
And I think, was it Dalton asked a question about Henderson, if Henderson is a player of the year so far?
And he probably is in the running for that.
In the running?
He's in the running.
But is he?
He might get there. We'll get to that in a little bit. Prime Minister's baller of the week is Jose Smugface. Jose Mourinho continues to have an excellent record against Pep Guardiola. In the post-match press conference, Jose said, I have very good feelings with Pep, a very good relationship. And this going back, of course, people want to bring this up, this going back from the days of the run-in of the rivalry when Jose was at Madrid. Kofi Powell, ball of the week. Where's Kofi? Kofi Powell, Liverpool. Well, what's new? Dalton Stewart, Firmino, Salah and Henderson, Rudiger for Chelsea. Somebody other than a Liverpool man gets a ball of the week. Rudiger scored a brace also. It's the weekend of the defenders.
I need my belt, man.
As Chelsea drew 2-2 with Leicester City. Junior, your ball of the week, boss.
Haaland.
Just one.
Just one. Just one ball of the week is Erling Haaland. I mean, the guy cannot stop scoring.
How many goals is that now?
I think that was 6.
7 goals. He scored a hat-trick and 2 braces, right? So 7 goals in 3 matches? Is it?
No, it's 6.
6
hat-trick, 2 goals and 1 goal.
Okay, I thought he scored a brace yesterday. But he's scoring a bag of goals goals that Manchester United could use right about now.
I get my belt ready, you know. So, Erling Haaland, my ball of the week.
So Erling Haaland is your ball of the week. Any other ball of the week?
No, Erling Haaland. I'm in a bug mood.
Oh, okay, all right, we'll get to the ball. My ball of the week, football family, is Aston Villa. And the main reason why I give Aston Villa's ball of the week, they are in the League Cup final. They defeated Leicester City on an extra time goal. Mohamed El Hamadi find a sumptuous pass to Trezeguet at the back post. Trezeguet scored that, and Aston Villa is heading on to a final. They might get relegated from the EPL, but I think that's a ball of the week moment for them. We don't expect much from them coming to this season to make it to a final. They'll get more money to spend for next year, maybe in the championship. All right, bugs of the week. Come on. Who is your bug of the week?
You know, I have a couple bugs. So my first bug is the entire Watford team for having been in front 2-0 and then end up losing 3-2 to Everton. Arsenal for the poor display this morning versus Burnley. And if it wasn't for the crossbar and maybe the extra blade of grass on the pitch, they would have lost 1-0. But it was a poor showing from Arsenal. And I think Burnley, they were unlucky not to walk away with all 3 points. Manchester City for losing to Spurs and for doing absolutely no business in the transfer window, knowing that your team is like this and giving Fernandinho an extra year to do what? Score another own goal is ridiculous. So those are my 3 bugs. Watford, Arsenal, and Manchester City, the entire team.
Watford, Arsenal, and Manchester City. Come on, it's an infestation, Junior.
Hey,
Manchester
you have
City.
not seen an infestation yet.
Manchester City. All right, the bugs of the week. Football family Pure Vida on watching us on Island Sports Network said that Man City will win the cup.
That's a bug comment.
That's
which cup? Pure
I guess
Vida?
he's talking about the League Cup.
It gotta be the League
Versus
Cup.
Aston Villa.
Against Aston Villa.
Are we sure they're going to beat Aston Villa?
Absolutely not. We're not sure.
Exactly.
Let's try to get you some of the Kerry James says praising Liverpool. Bun, come on, you see. Kofi Powell, come on, it hurt you. If you said Liverpool gonna win the EPL, don't it?
Absolutely.
Jason Frame says, ball of the week, everybody still expect Park in the bus, but he came with an attacking outlet and it worked regardless of a red card. Man City. Ball of the week is Jose. Everybody is still expecting Park the bus, but he came with an attacking outlet, and it worked regardless. El Pistolier said Manchester United is bug. What's new? They have become mediocre and accepting poor results. We'll get to that in a little bit. Bug of the week for Dalton Stewart. Bug of the season is Junior Pringle. Junior Pringle, aka Ball Chat Engineer, for saying Liverpool is gonna slip up this season. He also says Watford and West Ham are also the bugs of the week.
And Kerry James just said something that's key too.
And Kerry James says ball of the week is Michael Seaton.
Yes, Michael Seaton. Sorry, that's why other ball of the week scored it on his debut. Scored a debut goal in a losing effort, but it's not his fault. Big up Michael Seaton.
Oh,
They won.
They won. I will shut up now. I am now another bug. But we soon talk about that. But big up Michael Seaton for scoring, and
they won 4-3.
Yes, last time I checked was 3-2. Never mind.
Yeah, they won 4-3. 1-4-3. All right. Dalton said you're the bug of the week. Wait, it's not even bug of the week. He says bug of the season.
And you know what?
and football followers who are just joining us on all our respective platforms, welcome. It's an interactive show, a lively show. We're giving out awards, ballers of the week for the most impressive player, and the bugs of the week for the unimpressive player.
If you want to call it.
You can also call in. The number is up there. But don't hot up my nerve when you're calling. No expletives, please. Junior, bugs of the week.
Bugs of the week. Leicester City, Chelsea, Wolverhampton, Manchester United, Pep Guardiola, the Reggae Girlz, The JFF.
Oh,
No, listen.
That's out of bounds.
Listen.
That's out of bounds. The Reggae Girls.
Couple weeks ago, somebody came or sent us a message. I think through Camon.
Yeah.
Saying that, or it was through you, saying that we should uplift Jamaican football.
Jeremy and Green on our Island Sports Network platform said we should uplift Jamaican football.
So Jeremy and Green, just like when we are our family. We always say football family, right?
Yes, football family.
So sometimes we have to love each other hard way. We're going love and JFF the hard way. We don't start talking about JFF, you know. But you see you JFF, a bunch of fools, man. But we'll soon talk about that. Leicester and Chelsea, you have an opportunity to secure Champions League. I won't be at the table. You have an opportunity to secure Champions League, and none of you wanted to win that game. From my eyes, I saw two teams that tried not to lose. Wolverhampton and Manchester United, you have a chance to chase down fourth place. Wolverhampton, I'm not going to beat you as hard as Manchester United. But Manu, what the hell is wrong with you? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you're a club legend. I like you. I respect you. You scored the goal that gave us a Champions League final against Bayern Munich. You deserve a statue. That statue deserves a kick in the butt right now because you're an idiot. How can you start Mata and Pereira together and I soon start beating them? When you get my bugs already.
All right, so wait. Football lovers, Prime Minister said, wow, no star. Love the Reggae Girls. That's out of bounds, Junior. Leave the Reggae Girls. So I just want to make sure, are you labeling the Reggae Girls the bug of the week for the 9-0 against?
They should not have lost to Mexico.
Okay. So but not the Canada 9-0.
A team, you should not, Canada is not 9 goals better than the Reggae Girls.
Well, they were yesterday.
What that tells me is Menzies should have not been fired. And from me, the uneducated fan, I'm not in the locker room. I have no idea what is going on. But what I saw yesterday is a bunch of players who do not like the coach that they have now and prefer the coach that they just lost and say, you know what? Forget it. I can't wait to go back and play in college or go back overseas and play. That's what I saw yesterday.
Before we get to our roundup and get to the Reggae Girls, because Junior wants to do a lot of beating. But before, Jason Frame said bug of the week is JFF. Okay, I cannot. Prime Minister says, wow, no star. Leave the Reggae Girls. El Pistolero says, Reggae Girls exemption. That was a mauling. Pure Vida, Man City will win the cup. Pure Vida also says, Fernandinho is an incredible player, and only when he's gone will people see how good he is.
I agree.
Good point, Fernandinho. I agree 100%. I also think Pep is doing some injustice to playing Fernandinho in that.
Oh, no. Sorry, I said Pep. I forgot this beating. Otamendi. What the hell are you doing? Seriously. The Sun goal. You have two attackers in front of you. And the ball is about to be passed. And you leave the man closer to the goal to try to read a pass that you were nowhere near to give Son the second goal. That has to be one of the dumbest defensive players I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Yo, come on.
All right. My bug of the week. Why? I don't even know if we want to go to my bug of the week because Junior's probably. But one bug that I want to mention is Watford. Well, Camonan's already mentioned Watford, but West Ham. West Ham was leading Brighton 2-0 at home. Brighton came back. Game ended 3-3. West Ham and David Moyes are now sitting in the relegation zone. So West Ham, a bug of the week performance. They need these points after coming from an advantageous position or in a very strong position. 2-0 at home. There is no way you're supposed to lose 2 points being ahead 2-0 at home. So David Moyes and West Ham is my bug of the week.
You know who's the happiest guy right now? Pellegrini.
And Manuel Pellegrini. And a bug of the week is the JFF also. A bug of the year is the JFF also. They want to tell me that they don't have money to fund female football. They want to tell me that this is the best they can do. The secretary want to tell me that everything will be fine. People will slide in. Things will be okay. After Lauren Donaldson left his post, after Menzies left his post, the general consensus of the message that we got from the JFF and General Secretary was, we will adapt. Things will be okay. Based on the display this week, that's not reflection of adaptation. Bugs of the week for the JFF, and we'll get to that in our Yard Ballers Roundup. All right, now let's get to football roundup, trying to hit some of the major news. And wait, one honorable bug I keep forgetting, Torino. What's the Torino bug of the week? Torino lost last week 7-0 to Atalanta. Today they lost 4-0 to Lecce. They went into seclusion after the Atalanta loss.
And they said, what the coach said he was going to do?
Walter Matazzari said he was going to put the team into seclusion, take them away from their family, can't see their wives. They didn't improve Junior. They only lost by 4
Well, they're probably still in seclusion and just have replacements out there playing with us. So.
But the funny thing about today's loss is that today's loss was the first victory for the winning team, Lecce. The first victory for Lecce all season.
Jason Frame said, bug of the week, JFF, for find a way to kick over the bucket of milk, kill the cow, and boom down a farm where them get for free. Crime Minister won low reggae girls. All right. Reginald Lafont said, ball of the week is Stephen Bergewin of Bleeping Spurs. First match on the team and has beautiful chest strap and volleyball goal and then get hurt. I'm adding that part for Reginald, but Dalton saying the greatest thing is Liverpool has the chance to win the league at Everton. That is like rubbing salt in a cut wound.
We'll get to that in a second, Dalton. We'll get to that. There might be before that, after the Man City lost today.
Yeah, exactly. They might have moved up.
They have 6 more games. They can win it at Crystal Palace.
Reginald also said Arsenal is bug of the week until they win a match, for crying out loud.
All right. Reginald, I thought Arsenal was headed in the right direction a few weeks ago. What happened? All right, football roundup. Come on, let's hit the football roundup and try to touch some of the major news in global football, starting with the EPL. The cream of the crop, the creme de la creme, the big boys, the standard bearer, Liverpool, continue to run hot. 75 points. Come on. I mean, at what point do we start to put this team in the history of one of the big, great teams that we've seen? The Barças, the great Barças, the great Manchester United. At what time do we start thinking about this aspect? They defeated Southampton 4-0. But, I mean, come on.
I think this is it. I mean, even if they lose 3-4 games, I think this is just it. I mean, they're unstoppable. You know, they look good. They're beating people in dramatic fashion. You know, it's not so like a dibba 1-0 as come squeak through penalties. They're resoundingly beating people. So I think we should say that Liverpool is the best team overall right now.
Whoa.
In football.
Yeah, they are.
Yes, Toya.
I wouldn't go that far as saying they're the best team overall, but they're...
Okay, who?
Well, yeah.
In all the leagues that we are watching.
True.
Tell me,
I will agree.
Team? Yeah, Barcelona,
I will agree.
Real Madrid.
I will agree. There's 73 points hauled from 25 games, Junior. That's a record.
They won Champions League. You know, so it's like, and the only reason why they're not in the little domestic leagues is because prioritize. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
And we agree with him 100%. So this is very important. So I think Liverpool is the best team right now.
Gary Holness says on Facebook says, yes, my Liverpool side killing everybody. We can just end the season today. Well, you don't want to do that, Gary, because you want to build a record. And it would be fantastic if they can go through this entire season undefeated, unbeaten, or well, they take away
Arsenal.
I think they're going to go the season undefeated. I think we already know it. They have already won the Premier League. They are not going to lose any games in the Premier League. Champions League, it is a crapshoot. Anything can happen on any given day.
Yeah.
But Liverpool is the best team in Europe right now.
Yes, they are.
Where they are in the all-time spectrum of things, we are. The Premier League is done and dusted, right? They're not winning the Cordova Cup.
No, they won't win. They won't win the League Cup. Yeah.
Win the FA Cup.
They probably won't win the FA Cup as Klopp has prioritized giving his players a break. We'll talk about the winter break here in a second.
All right.
And Liverpool has to play a replay against Shrewsbury, and it's been Klopp is trying to give his players some time off, so they might not win the FA Cup also.
Okay. Champions League, to be a repeat champion in the Champions League is rare.
Yeah.
So we can honestly say that there is a significant chance that Liverpool will only have one trophy this year. So before we start talking about greatest of all time,
let's see how the
slow down.
They
are the best.
I didn't say greatest of all time. We're talking in the present. No, not all time.
I agree. And Pure Vida, we're going to save those comments. Pure Vida, we're going to talk about those comments in the Yard Baller segment coming up. Give us a minute. We're definitely going to talk about it.
El Pistolera says anything come dead. Sorry for Atletico. Worse, they can't score a goal. They cannot score a goal. Atletico lose against Real Madrid yesterday. Don't make it any better. I'm telling you, man, Liverpool fans are really celebrate yourself. But as fans of the sport, you know, we celebrate our teams, but I would envision that we're fans of football first and foremost before we decide to support a team. And to that end, Liverpool 22 points, Junior, at the hem. I mean, 22 points from Man City. A very high-priced Man City. This relentless commitment to succeed or success is Liverpool. Like yesterday against Southampton. Southampton had 2 to 3 chances, but they couldn't score, or they wouldn't score whenever they got through the defensive line. Alisson Becker was amazing, and then it just from there it just.
But the thing that I see with Liverpool, the reason why I think they're a sure bet to go undefeated. They are not competing against anybody but themselves.
Yeah.
They're not giving the vibe like, oh, we have to keep up the pace because we don't want Man City to catch up with us.
Yeah, there's no pressure.
Right.
There's
not
no
only
pressure.
There's pressure, but it is self-induced pressure.
And that's one of the greatest motivators.
Yeah.
Right, when we look at the
pressure for what? Pressure for what? To go undefeated the entire season?
Pressure. Liverpool fans out there, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but from my perspective, I don't even think they're thinking about going undefeated. I think they don't want to be the culprit of losing a game.
Yeah,
I think it's a different perspective. I like a player don't want to be the reason why we lost this game.
Okay.
And I think Klopp has put that mindset. When Klopp was, when all the memes for the last 2-3 years, when Klopp was and laughing and going crazy, and we were laughing as to how Klopp is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that crazy has now manifested itself in his players.
Yeah.
And it is showing on the field. They do not want to lose. They don't want to be the reason why my manager is standing up there and saying, we just didn't have it today.
22 points at the hem. Come on, and as we try to step away from Liverpool, but continue to celebrate what Liverpool is doing. El Pistolera says, we're going for 110 points. Gary Holness says Liverpool is not playing motivated soccer. They're playing inspired football. And I think that's an important point. One of the key ingredients in successful teams, we've seen it with the Barca teams, we've seen it with Real Madrid, we've seen it with Manchester United, teams that go on and do something special, is that they have a relentless effort to outwork their opponent, a relentless effort to succeed, and it's like they are playing like a team that's avoiding relegation.
Yeah.
A team that is committed to win. And that in itself, in this game against Southampton yesterday, I mean, you wonder which team is at the bottom half of the table.
Because that first half, and that shows to me Klopp's. Because you know how I said when they come out second half, you can tell when Fergie gave us inspired speed, Jose gave us Pep gave us speed.
Yeah.
That was a different Liverpool coming out the second half.
Yeah,
it looked like Klopp put him foot straight up them butt.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, big
It's
up.
a
big
hair
up
dryer
whoever.
treatment. The
Yeah.
idea, like, let's get this done and let's move on. Impressive, absolutely. So Liverpool fans, we will follow Liverpool throughout the entire season. Every game, we will recap and preview and set them up. They get ready to play our next idiot side. They have off this coming weekend, but they'll get ready to play in a week's time because of the winter break, and we'll get to that in a second.
Send forth the sacrificial
Send
lambs.
forth the sacrificial lamb. All right, as we continue our EPL roundup, come on. Chelsea played with a false 9 when they needed a goal against Leicester City. What's going on? Basha is not the answer. Drew is not the answer. I just want to get some clarity on that. Why is Willian? Chelsea ended that game 2-2 with Leicester City. Lampard decided to go with Willian down the middle. What was the reason there? And Kepa got benched also. Come on, talk to me. What's going on at Chelsea?
I don't know what's going on in Chelsea. Lampard is getting on my last nerve, the last nerve that I have. Because the thing is this, once you realize that the transfer ban has been lifted, you're supposed to have players, strikers that you want to get. And you start with that list. Chelsea did no business in the win. All we did was loan out, drink water, and said, my little baby got our next team. It just made no sense to me. And I keep telling you, the biggest problem I have with Frank Lampard is his man management. Tammy was not 100% fit. He wasn't doing well, right? I mean, like, why you wait so long to sub him? And then you don't send Giroud anywhere. You don't send Giroud on loan. You don't sell this man to anybody. And then, you don't play him. So I just don't understand what Lampard is doing or what he's trying to do, because it makes no sense. To me, Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea wants to be in the top 4. I think Lampard wants to blow the team up and have the Russians start from scratch, because it makes no sense to me. None. Because I thought Willian was going to Barcelona.
Okay, stop.
No. Barcelona has wanted Willian for the longest while.
And this is why we have foolishness at Barcelona, but we digress.
Bargain basement deal. But I just don't understand the Giroud thing. We need a striker. You brought no strikers in. You're going to tell me that out of all the 40 players that Chelsea have out there on loan, we couldn't find a striker?
Yeah.
We couldn't find a striker on a different team to come in that wants to play for Chelsea.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
So I'm confused as you.
So Junior, as we continue our EPL roundup, you spoke of Leicester City and Chelsea. None of these teams wanted that game yesterday. But for Leicester City, you think they have built enough cushion to maybe hold on to that Champions League spot?
That is the mindset. That is the mindset that I get. I really think they know that there's no threats coming behind them. But Sheffield is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Tottenham is coming.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to rule the day when they did not take these chances, both Leicester and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Because what I saw was just two teams that said, you know what, I am fine with a point.
Yeah.
Because I know the other teams behind me are just going to kill themselves.
Oh, okay.
That's what I saw.
That's what you saw.
Yeah.
Big up yourself, Ron JMTV. Good afternoon. Hail up. Welcome to Ball Chat family watching us on Island Sports Network. Let's go through some more of these comments as we continue our football roundup. Junior, Liverpool. Well, the guy saw that one. And
Dalton said, thank you. Come on. It's lovely to hear such great comments from you. Your heart clean for your change.
And football lovers joining us. Come on, I've hated Liverpool all years. But she's having a coming to Jesus moment today.
But no.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, I am married to a Liverpool fan.
Oh, she's her husband.
Yes. So when Liverpool wins, one jersey tie on the head, one jersey on, and he's outside in the parking lot hitting the pot covers. So that's where my hatred comes from Liverpool. Extra.
Big up yourself, Kevin. Celebrate. We should get a new jersey, Kevin. Big up yourself. Dalton Stewart says, true that, Junior. He also says Liverpool will give teams hopes and then snatch the life from out of them. Yes. Come on. Jason Frame said, come on, Lee. Low Arsenal, Liverpool becoming invincible will not remove Arsenal record. We did it first. Just remember that Chelsea got relegated more time than EPL title. Oh no, you win.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Jason. Come on. Come on.
No, but my friends, oh my Lord.
El Pistolero says Chelsea appealed the ban not to sign anyone.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Good business. It's just ridiculous.
Pure Vida on Island Sports Network says Chelsea is the new Arsenal. London now is a cesspool of mediocrity.
Oh my God.
All right. Another big game in the EPL as we move on and try to touch some other news. And football family watching us on all the platforms, keep your questions or statements coming in. If you want to call in, the number is up above. But we'll continue our review and we'll read the questions out, our statements out. Junior, this Spurs Man City game today. I mean, did you saw more of the Spurs outfit that they're going to push on from now? They did some good business in terms of moving on from Christian Eriksen. We'll get to our transfer update and try to get on the winners here. And Dumbele is back. They signed Giovanni Chelsea to a permanent deal. You know, Berwin was impressive. Of course, Harry Kane will come back. Did you saw enough from the Spurs outfit today and give you some sort of hope that they will make, knowing that you're a champ? But you're an unbiased journalist, knowing that you're a Manchester United fan, but you saw something from Spurs today.
No, Manchester United aside. What I saw from Spurs today is Jose being Jose. And it shows Jose can be great once he has kids on his team that admire him as a coach, and rate him as a coach.
Yeah, they have
because he can deploy X's and O's. He's perfect at it. It's just when the kids grow up and want to play pretty football. I think that is where the 3-year hitch come in. But motivating them with luck, because Tottenham was very lucky. But what's the difference between today's game and the Liverpool game? It's the same game plan.
Okay.
It's the same game. The only difference is Tottenham took their chances today.
Okay.
While they didn't take their chances against Liverpool. The last game against Liverpool. It's just Jose being Jose.
Ron JMTV says Liverpool all the way. The Liverpool fans, welcome. We've been doing ball chat for years now, and the Liverpool fans are coming out 30 years strong.
They were missing for a while.
Welcome, Liverpool family. We love you. Come on, as we continue our EPL roundup and try to touch some other major news and major results in the EPL. Before we look at the relegation side of things quickly, I just want to hear your thoughts on Arsenal. They're 31 points. I mean, they're sitting in, 11th position. Are you seeing enough from Mikel Arteta to think that things are trending in the right direction for this Arsenal outfit? They did some business in the transfer window. You seen enough?
I think Arteta is going in the right direction. I think he has good enough players who he thinks can move his team along. The bad part about that was today you could tell which team on the pitch was a storied club. You couldn't tell if Burnley was the team that won so many trophies and Arsene Wenger, carried to so many trophies and whatever. You couldn't tell the difference. And there were so many errors and so many mistakes by Abba today that was crazy. You're like, you're on the six, you have a clear shot on goal, and all you had to do was use your, left foot, and then use the opposite foot. And you're like, for a striker that gets so much money, you should know how to do better. So Burnley had so many chances, they were so unlucky. And even though Arteta had the right formation, because Junior always says, play Abba down the middle, play him down the middle, and good things happen. And that's what Arteta is trying to do. But this man is so stubborn. He wants to go on the wing, he wants to run up on the back, he wants to do everything but score goals for Arsenal.
Okay.
So I do think Arteta is doing okay. I think he needs more time. I do think he has the players today. David Luiz played in a good game. Usually I'm on him because you don't know where you're going to get with Curly Sue. But Arsenal they're just not doing well. And Burnley kind of took them to the grinder today.
Yeah. All right. let's move away from the EPL, try to touch some other major news around Europe as we push up against the time. And I know that Yardballer segment is a very lively segment coming up. Junior, in La Liga, Real Madrid is sitting at the top of the hem, 6 points ahead of Barcelona. They won the Madrid derby. Barcelona have a game in hand. They're playing Levante currently. But regarding that Madrid derby, the thing that stood out for me was that Atletico Madrid seems like almost like a broken outfit in terms of the resilience that Cholo Simeone normally bestowed on his team. As soon as Real Madrid upped the ante, did you saw the similar thing?
I saw a similar thing, and I think Atletico, from my distant perspective, I think they believe that they had peaked. The team that they had peaked. Let us now change our style. Let us try to modernize our game, modernize our team, bringing in talented players like João Felix, who is like a staple boy or a poster boy right now for the change in culture. And I think that has taken away from what had made Atletico Madrid the last couple of years. And it's showing. And that's why I said last week, this was a game that Zidane lives for.
Yes.
Because this is a game that he can go there and choke the life out of them.
Yes.
So said, so done.
And Cholo Simeone in a game last year after they won said we had big balls.
Big balls, yeah.
And then we're not sure about the big balls in this athletic outfit because like you said, they're transitioning to some more attacking with Thomas Lemar, Joao Felix, and some of that underbelly. It's a soft underbelly. Come on, Kofi Paul says right now the fire pool is hot. We just play with food before we eat them or eat. Come on, continuing our roundup around European football. The inevitable happened in the Bundesliga. Bayern Munich is sitting at the helm. Do you expect them to run away with it? I mean, Mönchengladbach and RB Leipzig drew 2-2 in a Mount-Wharton matchup, but Bayern Munich, with that victory over Mainz, took the lead now.
No, I don't think they're going to run away with it. As we said, Bayern Munich is an aging team. I mean, like they struggle at times. They and Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund struggle. So it's not like you have these teams and you say, okay, they're going to keep winning and keep winning. You never know what you're going to get with them. So I still think it's a competitive league. I still think there are enough games for Bayern to drop the ball and somebody else to hopscotch. So I don't think it's a done deal for them. But, I mean, I'm glad that they're doing well because we were worried about them earlier in the season. But I don't think it's over. And I do think that Bayern will have to watch their back.
Okay. All right. Carrie James says, hopefully Atletico continue to struggle. And that's a hope in that because Atletico would play Liverpool in the Champions League.
And by the way, Barca is currently leading
Levante
2-0.
Okay.
Ansu Fati with 2 goals.
Big up Ansu Fati.
30th and 31st minute.
Big up Ansu. Junior, you're a big ball. The lethal one, Mr. CR7, scored 2 penalties.
I think so.
But Juventus came, roared back after they lost last week to Napoli. Inter Milan, I think the Inter Milan game is currently going on. I need to check the status on that game. Juventus, it was quickly to get back on the horse in terms of winning.
Yeah, and De Ligt scored.
Well,
I mean,
that's important.
Because he was being marked off as a bust earlier in the season.
Yeah.
So big up. Were we expecting anything different? What I'm curious to know now is how this Inter Milan team is going to gel.
Yes.
To me, that is a real threat to Juventus.
Yes,
right?
and
if that team gel,
it could be a huge problem.
Oh my God.
As of course, Inter Milan pick up a few transfers and some of them on temporary assignment, aka loan, as some people call it. Come on, we're gonna segue to Yard Ballers real quickly, but before we do, transfer window closed this past week. Any teams that you thought did really good business? I know you're not very happy with your Chelsea outfit doing business, but who did you thought really stood out for you in this transfer window?
None of them.
Okay.
I mean, it was the worst transfer market in a long time. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know how I feel about Manchester United loan of the ex-Nigerian international player I'm not going to call him name because Junior going to have a heart attack.
Igalo.
I like him. He was doing well in China. He did well when he was at Watford, but I don't see how he fits in at Chelsea. Oh Lord,
That Manchester United.
I don't see how he fits in at Manchester United. Maybe there's something Ole sees in him that he can use. Is he going to come from China where he's a starter and a scorer to being a bench rider? I just don't understand. Even though Manchester United is only picking up a third of his salary, right, Junior? That's what you heard as well?
I don't care.
Manchester United is a third of his salary. I don't see why. You know what I'm saying? It was just bizarre. For Tottenham, I thought that Tottenham was going to get a striker. They need a striker.
Yeah.
Even though that was so. I mean, the market was so off. My team Barcelona didn't do well, and I'm like, I just don't. It was off for me this year.
Yeah. All right. Before we Pure Vida says football will be excited when the Champions League comes back, or exciting when the Champions League come back. PSG versus Dortmund. Pure Vida, stay tuned because we'll preview that game as they get closer. Junior, before we segue to Yard Ballers, a Jamaican football segment, Bruno Fernandes, highly coveted, highly rated, finally inked with Manchester United. You're the Manchester United fan. In 1 minute synopsis of his play yesterday and the team.
I don't think it's enough time. Ole is a blinking idiot. The dumbest coach in football right now.
All right, Ole aside, what about Bruno?
No, it's all about Ole because you sign a player that has two eyes and you want him to only use his left eye. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
And can you expand on this idea of only using his left eye?
The team was so unbalanced.
Okay.
You put Bruno in a situation that he cannot succeed. The man tried his hardest, and that's why I don't even. What I saw yesterday was a guy. What I saw yesterday was a better Ander Herrera in one game so far.
Okay.
And the reason why you remember Ander Herrera, he's not afraid to go into the tackles.
Yes.
But his movement was extremely good yesterday.
Yes.
And his link-up play was extremely good.
Okay.
When we get a sensible coach that will know how to balance a team and say, let's make a team cover the whole width of the field, you're going to see the best of Bruno.
Okay.
I don't think the jury's still out. He's going to be a great player.
And it's too early really to make some assessment. Pure Vida says Dortmund did the best business. 18 million for Haaland, Erling Haaland. It's a huge transfer. Very good player who has scored 6 or 7 goals thus far. Bubba Peace, I see your family. Big up yourself.
The man has scored more goals than Manchester United over the whole period when Man U wanted him. And he has scored more goals after his transfer. The guy that wanted to play for Manchester United, wanted to play for his old coach. Yo, what the hell, yo?
Big up yourself, Bubba Peace. I see your family. YNWA. Erling Haaland, Pure Vida said, was the best piece of business as Dortmund signed him. He's been on a goal scoring tear, and I think he can improve. All right, Yard Ballers. I've been putting off this for far too long. Come on. Let's get to the meat of the matter. The Reggae Girls are officially out of the CONCACAF or the 2020 Olympic qualifiers. They have one more game against St. Kitts. It's more of mere formality. They lost to Mexico 1-0 and they lost to Canada 9-0. Of course, Coach Hubert Busby Jr., this is his first time leading at the helm the national team. Come on, take it away because I cannot handle it anymore.
I don't know what else you want me to say. All I'm saying is that I am so glad I didn't waste my money to go there and watch it. When St. Kitts got bagged up, I was telling a friend, I said, my side can't get bagged up. I can't take a phone call today. I've been dodging and weaving that phone call because 9 is bagged up. Let's be honest. We expected not to go through because of the lack of preparation. Let us call a spade a spade. We failed to prepare the young ladies. We had no camp. We had friendlies. And they were so proud of winning 3-1 versus U16 Houston boys. And you guys hear me talk about it. I said that that's just crazy. You can't, that's not preparation for, playing against big people. You're going to play 16-year-old boys and be happy that you won 3-1. It was just ridiculous. So we're going to blame the JFF, but we also going to blame some of these young ladies as well, because you're a professional footballer. Some of them were not fit, some easily tired. I'm not going to call out Savannah alone. I'm not Havana alone, but Havana's position needs to go to somebody else, because that was completely crazy the way that she marshaled the midfield. The coach took too long to sub, so maybe he doesn't know the strengths and weaknesses of his players, and that could be because they didn't have a camp. He couldn't assess them, but we were just poor. Mexico was not better than us. They probably had one or two players who you could say they're good enough. They all play domestic. They all play in their domestic league. All of them will come out on the pitch. So it's not like we can't do it. It's not like we can't find the talent, but we don't want to invest in the young ladies. And it showed on the pitch. We always send our footballers out there into war with knives, which is just, I just thought it was crazy. So lack of preparation really made this debacle possible. And it's not going to get better. Someone on Twitter said that he heard that they're going to disband the female program, which, I mean, they did before, so maybe they'll do it again. But my sister said that can't happen because they will lose the funding from FIFA, and she should know. So we are going to see what's going to happen, but we can't keep doing this. We can't just doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. And yes, to all the people who keep voting these idiots in, boo to the Ola owner, and this is what they deserve. And you know what's going to happen? Once foolishness like this start happening to the Reggae boys, people are going to start talking, because nobody really cares about the girls' game. Let's call it. Yeah. But it's just not fair. It's not fair to us fans, and it's not fair to the players as well, because we had players out there that needed a contract, and losing 9-0 to Canada was just, I don't even know what to say. Even if you go out there and play against St. Kitts, because guess what? There's nothing to play for. Maybe a contract or two. Maybe you can go out there and score. I don't know where you call 12 goals. For a trick. If you go there and score maybe 12 goals as a player, maybe you get somebody to look at you. But we just didn't approach this with the great mentality that we should have.
Yeah. So if you don't prepare properly, Kofi Powell said Hubert Bugsby.
Emphasis on bugs.
Bugsby. Kerry James says no preparation, lose the head coach and the main training coach over foolishness. Never expect 9, but failure was inevitable. Before you start, after the Mexico game, after the defeat to Mexico, coach, this is from Sportsmax, the source. In an interview, Coach Hubert Busby says, quote, "We have to be realistic in some aspects. We are close to 20 years behind in the development of women's football. We have made tremendous strides to get to what we have been able to do in the last 5 years. These are building blocks. You want a sustainable women's program that is going to be able to compete for CONCACAF World Cup and Olympic berth for years. And that is what we are building." End quote.
He's lying. He's lying. Bugsby is lying, because this is not how you build. This is not how you build anything. This is not building blocks. This is foolishness. Them building a house on sand. So I don't know why them come out and try to take the public for fool. And that does tick me off. My God, we never see it before today, because I would have written an editorial, because that makes no sense. I'm sorry, Junior, but that ticked me off to whatever. We talk about the lack of female competition in Jamaica. What are we going to do? Keep going to foreign places to get these players to come in when we have the resources? We have the diamonds down here that just need a little bit of polishing. If only they would invest some of the track and field money and the schoolboy football money in schoolgirls. How are they expect? Hold on there. Anybody know who win the women's Premier League trophy? Nobody know because nobody attended. You couldn't find a live stream. It wasn't tweeted out. You couldn't see these things. So I'm like, it's just it's mind-boggling how we expect to advance when we don't put the money in and try to build it in. So Bugsby is lying. Tell Bugsby to meet them a liar.
All right, Junior. Come on, has definitely gotten it off her chest. Your response, Junior.
Mr. Bugsby.
Bugsby, not Bugs.
Him.
Yeah, Bugsby is what Kofi Powell is calling the coach. His name is Busby.
I know, but JFF reps. I'm sorry, I have a lisp.
Okay.
We have sent out an official request. We have sent out an official request. Let's be media savvy now. We sent out an official request to JFF, hoping to have a representative come on to speak to the people, to join us on our platform. We have a few listeners, people that listen online and everything. Tell us really what's going on, right? But the coach said a word that said sustain, right?
Yeah.
And asked for patience. Now, the definition of the word sustain is to give support or relief to, to supply with sustenance, keep up, prolong, to support the weight of, to buoy up, to bear up under, to support as true, legal, or just. You guys are getting the clue. Now let me take off the media hat and go to real life. You just went to the World Cup. The World Cup is a competition that brings teams from different regions. You are seen as one of the best teams in your region. And your next major competition, you cannot even come out at the first round, but yet you are talking about sustain. What are you trying to sustain? You can sustain growth, or you can sustain tear down. You are sustaining tearing down. You just qualified for the World Cup, and you cannot get out of your zone in your regional tournament. Let's call a spade a spade. And I said it before that rumor came out. I know I said it in the chat. That Reggae Girlz team is going to be torn down. I see it coming from a mile away. And this is no different than the 98 World Cup with Jamaican men. We went to France World Cup and everybody thought, oh my God, Jamaica is the next great team in CONCACAF. We're about to make it, blah, 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 blah. There was no support given to that under-23 team, that great under-23 team that was coming up. When Simoes left and they brought in Oliveira, there was no support given to that next crop of players, and what happened to the team? They couldn't get out of the final round, the next World Cup. Then the next World Cup qualification couldn't get out of the semi-final round. And we've been wallowing in mediocrity ever since. It's the same thing happening to the girls program. That was under Horace Burrell. Now we're under this brother. Next time we're under the next guy. You catch lightning in a bottle, you milk it, and then once it go away, you just hope to catch lightning in the bottle again.
Yeah.
Foolishness. JFF, come on the show and talk to us. We'll be nice.
Carrie James says, calm down, come on. And I can't set up my blood pressure. I think you guys have said everything. Pure Vita says that the girl that scored 5 goals played for Lyon, the best women team in the world. The other who scored 3 plays for Man City, top of the table in England, woman now. And that's the lady who Horita, who scored the 5 goals or so. Hopefully I'm pronouncing her name correctly for the Canadian national team. Pure Vita said the local female league runs 3 months. We can't match up. Chop TV, big up yourself, family. Welcome to Ball Chat Podcast. So where do we go from here now, Junior? We have sent kits. You just go play the game and hope for the best.
The definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing over and over again and thinking that it's going to be different.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? I think we need to send a clear message to the JFF. Send a clear message. You guys are going to get our support. The stadium already empty anyway.
Yeah.
What else can we do?
All right.
Brazil myself.
All right, come on. We're running up against the clock. There are a lot of things that we didn't get to touch on. The Reggae Girlz will play St. Kitts in the next game. It's just a bottom of the table game. It's just a formality. Just play out the matches and let's go home.
Let's give the ladies who have been sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
Put the ones who are injured, don't play them. Just put some new players out there. Make them that them already met the trip. So just make them play. There's nothing you're playing for but pride.
Yeah. And Kanya Plummer picked up an injury, and
she was injured before.
She was injured coming in, and then she was out there, and now she must have exacerbated that injury. At least based on some of the reports that we're hearing. I don't know why we take players who are already injured and let them put them into situations like this. I thought one bright spot though. I'm an eternal optimist. I thought one bright spot, Denisha Blackwood. For me, it looks like she has become a little bit more muscular, and her game has improved over the last couple of years.
I agree.
And I thought, yeah.
Well, let's not let the coach off the hook.
No,
the coach. Listen,
coach
listen. If you're going to play your best player, Kanya Plummer is your best player. Bonisha is your best attacking player, but Kanya Plummer to me is your most complete footballer. If you are going to play her, she's already injured. We know that. She's coming in injured.
Yeah.
If I was to tell you that you have a game against Mexico, you have a game against Canada, which game would you rather play your best player against?
Well, we know we can't beat Canada.
So play her against Mexico. One fool.
All right. Football lovers, no RSPL today. RSPL is on break. They had some games in the middle of the week. And we run up against the clock. You can go to Premier League Jamaica.com website to get the latest results. Yardy abroad, come on, I want some update on this Kamar Lawrence contract and any other Jamaicans doing well overseas, please.
Kamar is so undervalued, and I'm happy for Taxi moving to Anderlecht, which is so good. Yes, people change your agent and good things will happen. That's the first thing. Second of all, I think he should have gone for more money. Taxi is the best left back in MLS, and you're selling for that little bit amount of money. Shame on your New York Red Bulls. I hope you get relegated to USL when them start the relegation.
There's no relegation in the MLS.
Cause them fool. But he should have been gone a long time ago, and he got unhappy. And I agree with him 100%. If you are the best, pay me as if I am the best. They didn't want that. They disrespected him. And I think when he goes to Belgium top flight, I think he's going to do exceptionally well. So I'm happy for Taxi.
Kamar Lawrence.
Kamar, when we come over, we need the jersey same as a plug from the show. So we would like to have you on just to talk to us, just to talk to your fans. So, when you're ready, just link me. Moving on to that. So DeAndre Thomas, who is the leading goal scorer in Red Stripe Premier League, he's now on his way to Costa Rica, which Costa Rica seems to be the landing ground now for a couple of Jamaicans. So I wish him all the best. Go earn your money. Go improve your game, young man, because you're just 23. And then we'll see, what happens. So good, good job for him. So a couple things going on. I wanted to touch on Ravel Morris. What was it, Morrison?
Yes.
Ravel. Sir Alex Ferguson's golden boy, who Jamaica is running down. JFF, Ravel no one play for Uno. Let it go. So Ravel is moving on to his ninth team. Oh, him gone. I don't remember which team him gone. But Sheffield couldn't use him, so Sheffield sent him gone. So Shamar Nicholson went, he was a sub. He went on the pitch in the 62nd minute, put in a lively shift, but his team lost 1-0 to Genk. Leon Bailey went on in the 46th minute, put in a good shift as well, and they lost 2-1 to Hoffenheim. Andre Lewis, who used to play for Portmore, was Portland Timbers 2, then Portmore. He's now on his way to Colorado Switchbacks in USL. Amal Knight, the goalkeeper from UWI, he's now gone to Landon Donovan's San Diego outfit in USL. Jamal Topi, which is a very good defender, his option has been picked up, his loan option has been picked up by Bethlehem Steel So they just, they added on to whatever he was there for. Dane Kelly has moved again. I'm like, is Dane Kelly going to be a USL journeyman? I thought he was going to get his big break when he, was picked up by DC United. Unfortunately, that didn't work out for him. Now he's gone to Charlotte Independence. So now he's still in USL. Deshane Beckford, Jamaican international, played RSL. He's at RGV FC Taurus on loan from Montego Bay United. Big up to Montego Bay United. We see you doing big business. Demar Phillips, Jamaican ex-international player. He and his club, Austin Bold, mutually agreed to terminate his contract. So I'm not sure where he's going to, be playing or if he's going to retire. Renika Clark, who's a promising player. He was, at Portland Timbers too, went to Jamaica for a little bit. His option was declined by Swope Park Rangers, who is also in USL. So, and don't forget, so Seaton on not his debut, but his start, he went the entire 90 minutes. He helped his team. We thought it was the winner because they were down. They were 2-2, which is terrible because they were leading 2-0. The coach gave a short with defense. So he scored an exceptional good goal with his left foot, just like how we practice in the backyard. Don't forget, Mike, to tell the people. So his team came back and they won 4-3, which is good for them because they have not been doing well. And this was kind of crazy because this is the first time this season coach has used two strikers. He's always using the one striker formation. So that's my yardy roundup. Big up.
Big up, Michael. Mommy's very happy and congrats on the first goal. Regin, more goals to come. More goal, left foot strike. I wonder if Cameron taught him that. and for the record, Ravel Morrison, went on loan to Millsborough. Jason Frame says he hopes Kemar Lawrence, aka Taxi, gets an EPL move soon. Preview and prediction segment. Let's wrap up the show. This has been a very lively and very exciting and informative show. Let's wrap it up. We're going to preview a few games that's coming down the pipe. We're heading into the EPL winter break. EPL winter break will be over this weekend and next weekend. So there will be only 4 EPL games this weekend. And then the remaining games over the next weekend as they try to figure out a way to give teams some break. We'll discuss more on that next weekend. We'll also discuss more on the MLS as we get closer to it. All right, preview and prediction segment. The big games coming down the pipe because it's winter break next week. Who really cares? Everton versus Crystal Palace. I mean, Everton won against Watford yesterday. Things turning the right way. Junior, who you think?
Everton. I can't trust Crystal Palace.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with experience and Carlo Ancelotti and Everton.
And come on, who do you got in the Everton versus Crystal Palace game?
Crystal Palace 2-1.
Yeah. And come on, Brighton versus Watford. Watford desperately need a victory in the relegation battle to try to get out of that relegation zone. Who do you have? Come on.
I have Watford 1-0.
Watford over Brighton. Junior, Watford versus Brighton.
That's a draw game.
Yeah. All right, and the feature match next week in the EPL, but I don't think we need to predict it. It's the game Man City versus West Ham. This will be at the Etihad. That game is on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. I figure Man City would want to get right after that defeat to the Spurs, and West Ham is in the relegation zone. All right.
Yeah.
Sure. Another big game.
Hold a second. Stick up in right there. I'm sorry. They would want to get it, but will they get it?
Yeah.
Yes.
You understand? No, with that back line.
West Ham, come on.
1-1. Listen, I see 1-1. Go on.
Okay, West Ham. Now, can I remind you the coach of West Ham is David Moyes? Come on.
So, that's Junior's boy.
All right, the big game across Europe. Bayern Leverkusen and Leon Bailey go up against Erling Haaland and Borussia Dortmund, Junior. Leverkusen will get the South.
Haaland 3.
It's like we need the team.
Haaland 3.
Haaland 3.
Yeah.
All right, come on. Bayern Leverkusen versus Dortmund. This is at Leverkusen.
5-1 Dortmund.
Saturday at 12:30. And
Yeah, Haaland 3.
Haaland 3.
And then the big matchup across Europe, Bayern Munich, Felipe Coutinho, Bayern Munich, Thiago Alcantara, actually one of my ballers of the week. Man, I still regret the day he left Barcelona. Bayern Munich versus RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig was sitting close to the top of the summit in the Bundesliga. Bayern Munich is leading by 2 points now. RB Leipzig trying to get back to the summit. Junior.
Who wants to win? Boy, who wants to win? I don't. Bayern. It's a draw game.
This game is at Bayern Munich.
That's a draw game.
RB Leipzig do have a lot of speed up top. Come on, do you see them have a chance going to Bayern Munich and winning?
Yes, 2-1. Speed. Speed.
2-1 RB Leipzig. Football family,
Hold on.
Wait.
It's Super Bowl Sunday.
It's Super Bowl Sunday.
You got to predict Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday. Okay, the American version of football.
Yeah.
Who you got, Junior?
My heart says Andy Reid. Since I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, my heart says Kansas City.
And Andy Reid is the serial loser in the Super Bowl. As went to
only
what?
lost one
Super Bowl.
Come on.
With the Philadelphia Eagles.
That Patriots stole from us, but don't let me get on that soapbox.
Okay.
But
the serial loser in the big games.
But San Francisco is a better team. But I am going to ride my heart and say Patrick Mahomes will be the MVP and they will be winning the Super Bowl tonight.
All right, so come on. Junior is going with Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes.
33-21.
All right, come on. We never even asking for a score. Super Bowl prediction, come on. Your thoughts. I know your team is the Little Idiot Washington team. But I figured you will watch good quality American football tonight for a change. Your thoughts? Kansas City versus San Francisco.
49ers. I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm going with the Chiefs. I love the coach and I dislike the quarterback, the 49ers.
Wow, okay. It's been 50 years since the Chiefs won a Super Bowl. Will it be tonight? Jason Frame says 49ers. He's going with Jason. And Jason Frame said Green Bay are my team still. I am going to go with San Francisco 49ers.
I hope you're wrong.
I'm going to go with
Take it home, Andy
I'm going to go with San Francisco 49ers. Football lovers, enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday. Thursday is Bob Marley's 75th Earth Strong.
And happy birthday to Dennis Emmanuel Brown yesterday.
Yeah, man. So, Rebel Music King, Bob Marley, Rebel Music. Enjoy your week. Be safe, family.
One love.
Link us on social media. Connect with us on our social media platform. You can connect with us on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast. On Twitter, BallChat1. Facebook, it's Ball Chat. You can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. It's a fan interactive show. Fans are welcome to join in. If you want to be a guest on the show, you can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. The audio version of the show will be up in the next within the 24 hours after this. It will be available on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, and wherever you get your podcasts. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Ball Chat Podcast and YouTube. Also subscribe to our Facebook page at Ball Chat Podcast. Family, be safe.
Yo, next week we're on our regular time.
Yes.
All right, bless up one another.
One love here. Come on.
Mm-hmm.